don't think I've ever watched something as me as this show. Something so chaotic, so dumb humor, so incredibly insane that perfectly encapsulates my crazy side. The side that craves the feeling of being high without being high in such a bizarro, fantastic way. I don't know what I'm saying right now, but I think it has to do with the fact that it comes from the idea of not following the rules of anything. Just throw one at the wall and call it a day. Today we're covering BigTop Burger, a series made by the legendary Worthy Kids, who probably has one of, if not the most unique animation known to man. Oh yeah, let's just jump right into it. This is BigTop Burger. Spoilers as well. Go watch the series.
You're listening to 102.5 Food Truck Radio, where we only play Weird Al.
As you should.
The series follows a food truck known as BigTop Burger, a gimmick food truck where all of the workers dress up as clowns and serve burgers. We follow Penny, Tim, Billy, and their boss Steve as they go around serving burgers to the masses. Each episode is like 3 minutes long with something random going on with Steve, and the other three are left as really just the straight man of this establishment. You got Penny, the very quick and awkward one.
Hey, Tim, can I get a simple burger?
You may not.
One second, sir.
Tim, the straightest man, sorta second in command, trying to keep things focused.
I thought we had like 15 minutes to go. I see.
Billy, the deadpan, seemingly newbie to it all.
It's the French rush!
What?
Hurry, Billy!
Okay, hold on.
Then you got Steve, the oddball, omnipresent, omnipotent. The one that clearly has some powers we just don't know about.
Steve, what are you doing?
Preparing some treats for my daughter's bake sale, of course.
In all honesty, the events of the show are not only random, but they're completely off the rails of the actual premise. Like, there are literally 2 times in which they sell a burger, like, to 2 different individuals throughout the whole series. You know? In any case, the plot of these episodes are really as absurd and as random as could be. I bet you $50 that 100 people wouldn't be able to guess the plot of each and every episode of BigTop Burger. Guess what the second episode is about? Yep, you didn't guess it. Steve fights a fucking deer. And yet, despite it all, there seems to be a sense of chillness with it all. The intro is actually a great example of this, being this upbeat, chill rock tune. And the atmosphere of the episodes are very suburban-like. You hear wind, maybe the subtle sounds of the freeway, but also birds chirping every now and again. The voice acting is all just top-notch too. A lot of the acting sounds natural yet unnatural at the same time. Like they feel super comfortable speaking in what are obviously voices that they made up for their characters. What is supposed to be a lot of cartoon characters with bombastic voices to match their silly style ends up being a rather chill slice of life with voices that are rather underplayed in a good way. A very good way. But then you get Zomburger, where... Wait a minute. I covered this before. Oh, it's coming back to me! Enter Conrad, Francis, Doctor, and Cesare. Caesar? Oh, fuck that. They ham it up like crazy. Granted, their food truck is even more gimmicky than BigTop, with food that looks weird and tastes like shit. There's gotta be some commentary hidden in this. Are there really trucks like this? In any case, what is essentially the mortal enemy of the BigTop guys, they're also, honestly, really great foils to those guys. Whereas the BigTop guys just feel like they're just people just dressing up for their work. Just costumes, just being themselves while in, like, costumes. Zomburger feels like they are really pushing to be characters, almost like they are zombies trying to sell burgers. When in actuality, they're just overly dressed. And Steve just offs them like nothing. It's so funny. He just chops off the top and lets them float away. Like, what? It's dumb fun. And I love it for that. and yet the animation follows suit too. The frames, or rather the lack thereof, in the characters give them a sort of jittery yet charismatic look to them. The choice is obviously played for like style and expression, as it's because of the movement. He's able to be super experimental with, you know, what he wants to do. This sort of choppy movement gives it a less serious sort of edge, and really because of the show being just very, very absurd, kind of just like bridges the gap in some ways with its choppiness. The intentional frame skips with movement gives such a unique style and really highlights the expressions of each character.
Did I mention it's got some 3D? Some things are 3D animated and some things are 2D. Not gonna lie, because of the animation style, I can't tell which is which sometimes. Actually, I'm not even sure if there are 2D parts. It's that cel-shaded art style, man, and it gets me every time. The world in general is really colorful. A lot more lighter colors than darker that accentuate the lighthearted feel. Kind of going back to that cozy suburban feel I was talking about earlier. This includes the main cast, which are made with pastel colors for most of their design, which makes sense. They're clowns. In contrast, Zomburger's made with the harsher, less subtle colors, almost trying to aggressively get you to stare at them. Though, aggressive might be a bit of an exaggeration. The cheapness of the characters makes it really easy to like all of them, especially for the fact that these guys are clowns. I guess clowns just don't work in real life. It's impressive how qualitative the animation is for being so weird.
And really that just goes with everything in this series. I love how absurdly interesting and entertaining this series is.
I think there's an aura of innocence and safety with it that really resonates with me. BigTop Burger feels like a wacky yet fun world to let yourself go loose for a while. There's something really funny and relaxing about the premise of a bunch of people working minimum wage food truck gigs and just going on the most out there adventures. It almost makes you feel like you want a burger. I want a burger.
Lose my lunch, it's a shaky start. I'm on dude, now he's on dude. I was the